Hello. Hi, everybody. Gonna share my screen with a friend here. All right. Hi, everybody. My name is Sharif. You might know me as Sharfers. You might not. Um, but yeah. So I'm here to play a video game. It is a Corn Dan. You wanna?
That's you know a loose telling, right, of
Ooh.
a video game.
Anyway, it's a video game. And before we start explaining, like, before I have to start explaining myself and apologizing and all that fun stuff, I am just we're just gonna play the opening, not a cutscene of the game, but like when you load the CD into my
Yeah.
Philips CDI trademark registered. We're gonna you know what? We'll just let you guys watch it.
Let's just get it started.
This is the loading screen for a CDI. It looks like it's. This is not the
It
part.
is not.
Here we go. And that is Chris Lemon, as in Jack Lemon's son. He has the
Yep.
name and none of the talent.
Oh, it's appropriate level of talent for this.
He fits into this game very well. Yes, it's correct. It's a child.
Now, some of you might be thinking to yourself, "What is this game?" Right? I don't remember Thunder in Paradise. And let me describe it to you. Right? Imagine, if you will, a show set in the Baywatch television universe, where a speedboat has superpowers and Hulk Hogan is Deus Ex Machina.
Yep, that's the TV show. Like,
With the kid from Step by Step.
yes, and he's only in this like weird. So the way this works is this is an episode. They're filming an episode of Thunder in Paradise. It's very meta. It's for intellectuals. They're filming an episode of Thunder in Paradise, and then you play it back as interactive. They're explaining it right now, but they don't explain. They don't do a good job explaining. But yeah, so basically, they filmed the episode. Now you can play it.
And to be fair, this game, right, actually, what you're doing actually becomes an episode in the real show.
Yeah, exactly. The full episode. Actually, a lot of work was put into this very mediocre video game.
Try this out. Remember that Thunder in Paradise episode that we shot? Well, here it is, man. But you can play it, man.
I will say Chris Lemon's muscles are very nice.
But it's interactive.
The show was great. You were so cool.
Yeah, you were really good, and the show was fun. But I just like to jump into the action and play the game.
And yes, you can just play the game without any of the cutscenes, and it takes literally all of the charm out of the game. It's horrible.
It's no fun.
What's it gonna be?
What's it gonna be? All right. The time does not start yet. We have to click interactive television, which is obviously what we're picking. Obviously, time does not start yet because I have to. I have to. I have to. So the way this works is obviously you can see that the CDI understands my light gun. I have a light gun, but so it understands my light gun just well, but I still have to calibrate the light gun for the game itself. So we're gonna hit. I'm just gonna make sure I can do this correctly. All right. So we're gonna hit gun. So top corner. Bottom right corner. All right, and then we're gonna make sure it works. So I'm gonna be out here. Hi. Down. Not quite right, so we're gonna try again. It's a lot more acceptable. Okay. So second try is not too bad for calibration skip here. So we're going to the time will start when I hit done here, okay? So I will count us down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, start. And now I put my controller down for 9 minutes. Okay, so how's everyone doing?
I mean,
Calithon's been great so far.
I'm looking forward to this. It's wonderful.
Yeah, Corndan. So my friend Corndan on comms with me. He's got to keep me company, obviously.
Yeah. So the first question of the day is: we got this guy here, like budget Arnold Schwarzenegger, with tubes going to his junk. I don't know what's going on.
What's happening? What's happening, y'all? Why is this happening? Why is that tube going into his junk?
The world will never know.
We don't know. Yes. So Corndan is the person who introduced me to this game. He's also he's one of the organizers of Big Bad Memeathon, so he's well versed in games. Is this going to get copyright stricken? The answer is no, because no one cares about this.
It's true. Not even Hulk Hogan.
Not even Hulk Hogan, especially not Hulk Hogan. You can try to strike it down from the
put them to the major.
Eurolink transfer is ready for digitization.
I'm trying to keep at least a little quiet here because their technobabble is so good.
Oh, there's a lot of great things happening here. So the only thing I will say is that I created this speedrun category specifically mostly for marathons. So all the cutscenes are skippable, even though there's a mode with no cutscene. The cutscene mode is also skippable. But I choose not to skip the cutscene.
What's going on here?
Because
Laser's been programmed by an exterior priority order.
But how is that possible?
I don't know. I don't know where it came from.
Uncle Spence, you okay?
and here's budget Arnold Schwarzenegger, aka the
So
Mate.
it's never explained what an exterior priority order is, by the way, or what any of that means.
But you'll be able, we'll reference it several times, trust me. You overrode the mainframe! Say hi to my T-Rex mug.
Refuel Thunder before we leave. How's your throat?
No problem. Uncle Spence, take me with you.
Oh yeah, and Chris Lemon in this is like,
Uncle Spence, please, I'm the only one who could override the
Comic
major
relief.
priority orders.
How?
not comic or...
How?
With the Neuralink, all we have to do is use these soft guns to deplete the major's
So yeah, so of course, in a game that stars Hulk Hogan, you play as Hulk Hogan, right? No, you play as JT from Step by Step. There's this dumpy kid here.
So, one of the reviews about this game is great. A thing that fascinates me about this is that we open on Hulk Hogan as a volunteer donating his brainwaves or whatever to a cyborg floating in a big tank. Like, yeah, sure, normal Florida stuff.
Hawkeye.
Yeah.
Prowler. Missiles incoming at high noon, bro.
The major's following procedure.
So yeah, so the name, so they actually created a whole new episode for this game called The Major and the Minor. The Major is Arnold Schwarzenegger that we saw walk away, and the Minor is the kid, because Minor is and it's very stupid.
Mr. Major isn't giving us much breathing room.
This is now our first introduction to Thunder, which is a V8 powered speedboat with like anything that you ever need to solve crimes, like shields and all of that.
Yeah, think Kit from Knight Rider, but on the water.
And way better.
Oh yeah, definitely better.
Well, way more 90s.
It's like Hulk Hogan as Hasselhoff, but more 90s.
This isn't a video game, Zach. Around here, game over has a whole nother meaning.
I hate to say it, brother, but the kid's right. This may be our only chance.
Yeah, we're trying to defeat the external priority order, whatever that is.
You don't know.
All right, so the game is three stages. First stage is coming up. The first stage is impossible. It's absolutely, what's the word? It's like misery. It's so hard. So
we're not gonna do it.
We're tasked with saving. We're tasked with saving Thunder, protecting Thunder from these missiles. The way that works is you can, here, it doesn't actually matter what happens here. So on my controller, there's a button right here, and this button, since I'm left-handed, is actually really hard for me. I actually have to press the button and then go left, and now I'm looking to the left of the boat. I can go left one more time. I'm gonna go like down or whatever. Oh, no. Right, Now on the right of the boat, I can shoot the guy here. Show you what it looks like. Here, I shot something. Then we can go down. I count.
Well, you know, that's fine.
Now we're behind the boat. You can see. I can shoot this guy. Shoot this stuff. I actually try to shoot a few things so that more... There's some... I haven't looked into this very deeply because really playing this game is horrendous. They're gonna yell at me a little bit.
What are you shooting at, man? The targets! Hit the targets!
So they yelled at me. So basically, there's some connection between how many enemies you kill and how many spawn, and we want as many to spawn as possible because the goal is to actually die as quickly as possible. Failing this stage does not you don't game over. Nothing really happens at all, actually. What ends up happening is you go to the next level with half health, and I can pretty consistently beat the next level with half health. It's not like a huge issue, and it's much faster than trying to survive this. This is basically just survival. So dying is much faster. So, even in this game where I don't actually have to technically play for 9 of 35 minutes, there's still speed. And also, it's an on-rails shooter. Oh, it's like California. So yeah. Yeah, that was the other thing. I'm a speedrunner from California. I've been speedrunning for a long time.
Keep it up. We're home free.
Well, I hit one thing and he's complimenting me. And so I'm a speedrunner from California. I've been speedrunning a long time, and so getting a run into Calithon is kind of a big deal.
You know, Chris Lemon couldn't hit any of those, so he's excited that you just hit something.
Ain't 10, baby. So yeah, so we're just gonna sit here and just let missiles just wail on us for the most part. I can maybe shoot everything that's coming to me from the front, or maybe I won't hit anything.
Well, yeah, so what's the plot so far? The Major gets 2 racist from Hulk's brainwaves and walks out of the lab like a guy who just got dumped in a public pool, which he basically kind of did.
Yeah.
And then Chris Lemon tries to fight him and gets his butt handed to him, and now we're on a boat.
I'm on a boat.
That pretty much sums up the whole plot.
Yeah, so far. Yeah, and then basically, what's gonna happen, you're gonna see it in the cutscene after I die here, but basically, the beach, the Major's gonna go to the beach. The name of that split for me is Arnold at the beach, and he's gonna try to abduct the little girl, Jessica. We don't know why. Also, we don't know why.
Load, pal. Eyes front.
Eng 10. So yeah, so this is, I think it's either going to be this or the next time where I actually die here. We're actually on pretty good pace here. Yeah, maybe I'll just PB in a marathon.
Right, while we're sitting here, I have been looking up other reviews of Thunder in Paradise because I think, you know, it's important to see, right, that it's 1990s television for action fans who can't handle the subtle nuances of Baywatch Nights. So the problem with this thing here is, if you don't get hit a lot on one side, like your shields regenerate, and so just by RNG, if something just doesn't come to the left side or the back or something like that, right? Like your shields could regenerate.
So I PB'd on my first completion of this game, and I've never come within a minute of PB because I got incredible RNG the first time I played. I believe it's gonna be this round where I die.
Yeah.
Hopefully. I think my first split in my PB is like 8:20 something, so we're what? 30 seconds. That's actually not. Dead?
Yeah,
We dead? We're dead. Heck yeah.
We're dead.
All right, I can play the video game now, but first, a very long cutscene. Put this back down.
We got a major meltdown. All systems crashed.
Nice shooting, Ace. This is costing us big time.
Wait a minute. I'm getting a heartbeat here.
As soon as you get it running, bro, kick it into hyperspeed.
So how did you find this game, Cornet? I did not find this game. This is why he's here
How
with
did
me.
I find this game?
Yeah.
So I was looking to do some CDI emulation, right?
Sure.
And you know, like CDI emulation is a big pain in the butt. So the best way to do it is MAME. And I was looking through like test cases, right, to try to find something, you know, if I got it to work, right? And I'm going through the game list. I was Thunder in Paradise. I was like, wait, like I remember like this show. Is this like the show?
Thunder, bring up full telecom.
Videocom link.
So I had to go look, right? Of course it is.
Well, yeah, because he's like Hulk Hogan is like on the cover. Oh yeah, I should show you the cover of this game. It's just incredible. Like that. That's
Darius Rampart.
apparently it cost 120 euros.
No, I never heard of him. Why? Why? What's going on?
I hear something to make sure you never forget me again.
Did not cost me that much.
Oh my God,
So
it's Dr.
we just
Franklin.
got
We gotta
introduced
do
to the
something.
big bad, right? From this Darius Rampike, the character with name so good he has no business being associated with Thunder in Paradise, and he looks like if Kano from Mortal Kombat had an even dirtbaggier older brother who constantly needed rides to his job at the mall.
Need to exit this database real quick.
The database doesn't do us any good. You can just like see all the stuff on Thunder. We don't really care.
Yeah, it teaches you about what you should have learned before in the first level. Had you known the information that it was giving you there, then you might have actually beat.
There's the waypool we saw in the photographs.
But so I learned that we can't emulate this because the MPEG expansion, and Sharif had mentioned that he had one. So I'm like, you gotta go find this game. So he did.
What is it?
It's the Major. I'm picking up a flash. He's really
And
close to
there's Jessica.
and Rampike's
That's the
men are all
girl.
over the place.
I don't know.
I was afraid
But
of. We're
I don't know. Is that like his daughter? Like I don't understand.
This way.
Yeah, it's like the person like Hulk Hogan's dating's daughter or something.
All right, so that's me. I'm wearing the thing, the headgear.
We're
this is
not
a
gonna
very-
go play laser tag with
very
co-eds or
important.
something.
And we pan back and forth 3 times on that shot for, I don't know, reason.
For very important reasons.
This isn't the Baywatch extended universe. Fairness. I have to play video games soon. Not quite.
So we're now at the point where Hulk and Chris have now agreed to let like this doofus nephew tag along because he's good at computers or something, and he has a gun that just like disintegrates people.
Yeah, so Rampike and Hulk Hogan are fighting. We're 12 minutes into a 35-minute run. I haven't actually played the game yet. It seems like Hulk Hogan is a baby daddy in this. Alright, I have to play video games now. So yes. So you will notice that there's no music.
Not. So the only thing important on like this whole like thing is the your health is down in the left corner.
And your ammo's in the top.
Yep.
Your since we're on the Mortal Kombat thing, your character's a little bit like Shang Tsung. Like anytime you kill an enemy, you generate a teeny bit of. So if you actually manage to kill an enemy without getting shot, then you'll actually gain health back.
Yep.
Your ammo on the top left will regenerate slowly, so if you're not careful with your ammo, you will just run out.
Now, I mean, if I remember correctly on this, that the game, like, basically any time that you're in the shooting animation, right, if you run the gun over the guy, he disintegrates. Like,
Correct.
whether or not the bullet was actually going there.
Yeah, that's basically, I basically try to drag my gun to wherever there are enemies. Hope that the hit detection, and I just hope the hit
Real
detection.
bad.
Exactly. Yells. Nice to see. The idea. This game could have been amazing, actually amazing, but it's so poorly executed that it's just actually like when I do marathon practice to actually practice this game, it's actually misery. It's extremely because the game's really unfair and really unfair. Actually, I'm a little bit low on health. I wish this game were better. Well, it's like, you know, there are other FMV rail shooters. Good is a strong, but it's better than this.
Assault.
It's a fun game. I have it on that 32X. Where it's like a Sega CD.
Yeah, I have it on
Use
DOS,
that
yeah.
RAM from the 32X. 5 game for that. City with Scottie Pippen.
We get out of this alive, and I'm gonna recommend you for the SEALs, kid. You got the hot hand.
I rarely get complimented by Hulk there, so that I'm gonna take that
I've
as a
never,
good sign.
out of all of your runs, I've never seen that cutscene.
It's happened twice. That's the second time I've ever seen that. Played this game maybe a dozen times total. Don't shoot me. Audacity. Don't worry about the randomly. That's just, there's little interstitials. Fine. Sometimes you get Chris Lemon too, but usually just getting to the end of like the second stage. But this bridge is very treacherous.
Probably like the worst. Yeah.
Gardens, a little bit of danger. Also, if I do game over, no skin off anybody's back. The ending cutscene.
I mean, even if we die here, we'll still get to play the last level.
Yeah, so what happens is that if you complete this level, you take control of the Major. The Major is an android. The A in Major, the Major is an acronym. A is short for android. I was very upset when I learned, which was during my last marathon run. And you take control of him. You play as him in the final level. He's basically indestructible. So the last level becomes basically. If you don't complete the level and the Major gets back to ramp, then you have to play as the dumpy kid. He's a very fragile, needy boy. So it becomes much more difficult. And I've gotten to the final boss with JT, but
blind, mind you.
Yes, I did. I did. You're right. I got to the final boss blind. The very first time I ever played this. I got there. And yeah, but I've never beaten it. Oh. Yeah, when you see the static, that means you're below.
I think we'll be fine.
The bad guys, man. Shoot the bad guys.
That's the most common.
Out on me, are ya?
Shoot the bad guys. What does the M stand for, Major? What's the acronym?
I'm looking it up right now because I don't remember either.
Artist.
I think we got past it though.
Alright. So now all that's left is to defeat the Major. I have 2 hits. So the Major can hit me once. Major android jorts on robot. I want that to be.
I'm getting another flash. He found Jet.
I don't think he's wearing jorts. I wish he were. He's cloaked right now.
It's morphizing acrylonitrile JPS particle organic replica.
Oh, so A is not android. I lied. I'm actually just straight up a liar.
I will even drop that in chat.
You have to fight the Major. He kind of just materializes, so he actually really telegraphs where he's. Which shouldn't be hard, but he hits for a lot of damage. We're good?
I think so.
I took my finger off the trigger for 1 second. Okay, we're good. Alright, so we should be able to beat the game now.
No way,
Major android jorts on robot is gonna be. I'm gonna make an emote of this dude's face, and it's gonna be Sharif Major android jorts.
Zach!
See, I told you I'd get him, right? I got him.
Zach, where's Jessica?
No problem. She's right over.
Do.
Spence!
So we overrode his external priority order,
Who is he?
exterior priority order or something.
Exterior priority order.
Darius Rampike.
Is that all of the gameplay? There is a whole third stage
One
that
more
is
level
identical
up,
gameplay.
basically.
Airlock sealed.
Now we control the major, basically.
Well, what do we do when we get there?
So now we're gonna go to the, I don't know, abandoned warehouse where Rampike is staying, and then
We're going to the Disney backlots.
You did real good.
in Burbank, California.
Now
That's
it's
correct.
feed Rampage to the gators.
Done deal, brother.
No, it's at Disney World, right?
Oh no, it's actually in Florida. You're right. It's totally in Florida. You're right, Orlando. Shout out. Emo code. Yeah, I might have to do that. And that might have to be one of my. Yeah, it may be too long, but I'm gonna make it work.
What's the best way in this?
There's
place?
There's a couple
I don't know
ways
what
in
that's
where they won't see us.
for a
There's
hideout.
catwalks,
Calithon.
through a tunnel that leads us to the turbine room.
We'll go through the tunnels. Direct the Major to the catwalks. Then use him to take care of Rampike's men.
Complete neural link control lock on Major established.
All right. Now we control the major, so Beefy Meaty Boy is safely out of Thunder.
Checking in with
Not gonna.
Rock and Roll Major.
Switching to neural link.
So this is where there's a huge amount of variance in the interstitial. This is where we really want to look at the cutscene.
Yeah, we'll be quiet for cutscenes because it's so good.
Guy has a lot of muscle. Oh, I have a quick question for you. I actually don't know the answer. What's Hulk Hogan's character?
Randolph J. Hurricane Spencer.
I didn't know. I go back to. So this is the Major's interface. Had we died in the previous level, we would have the same interface last time. Major's interface is his health is in the bottom right corner now instead of the bottom left corner. Very different. And he has a lot more health. He's a much sturdier, not human.
Unless you're about 4 years old trying to play this game, you're basically going to beat the game if you beat the Major.
Yeah, exactly. So there's 4 colors. There's like a blue that if you keep getting more. The red, the green I'm in right now, and there's a yellow and orange. Careful. And then it basically degrades by shape.
Pseudo nice thing with the Major saying, right, you can see the triangles, it actually points out the XY coordinates of the guy.
Yeah, exactly. That was the other thing, is that you actually know. This game does rule. This game does rule. I wish it were easier for other people to play, because it is a CDI exclusive and it's not emulatable.
No, it's on DOS.
Huh?
There's a DOS version of
Oh, if there's a DOS version, then yeah, y'all gotta play the DOS version. I didn't realize that. I thought it was just CDI.
I was checking up stuff here, and apparently there's a DOS version. I'm checking on that right now.
Oh yeah,
We learned something new.
I'm definitely submitting this.
We learn something new every time we run this.
Literally, that's actually true. I don't know much about this game, or really the TV show. A couple of friends who watch the TV. I just learn little bits and pieces. And also the review that Corndan has been reading from little by little, that's reviewing the game, it actually reviews. I think it's a whole webpage dedicated to the show Thunder in Paradise, and they review every episode. Oh, it's like a 1 season.
Hold on. I will even. Yeah, you can go look it up.
There's some strong language.
Very.
I think everyone here we're all adults here, so a little bit of strong language. I killed some of these masked men.
Look, right, here's the way they describe the plot. The narrative in this thing is fractured at best. The story proper opens with a sequence where Hulk apparently attempts to link minds with the brainless Terminator sort of figure called the Major. I didn't have a clue what was happening, but I was immediately cackling like an idiot at the sight of Hulk Hogan wearing that dollar store mental uplink.
That's Darius Rampike up close.
The fun is just beginning.
Now we're in the virtual reality back lot of I don't know if it's canonically Baywatch, but in my head, it absolutely is.
It is.
Oh, it is canonically Baywatch. Oh, it is in the Baywatch universe. I'm happy about it. Fatality. I am the mage. I think fatality was perfect because that's fake Kano. Kano would be extremely angry if he compared to Stop shooting me. What did I ever do to you? I always forget if it's through this open window that a guy pops out. Oh yeah, some guy's gonna pop out behind the news. Still couldn't shoot him.
Yeah, so you can see here with the Major, if you follow those little triangles there, you'll see where they're coming before they pop out.
Really, beating the second level really just gives you W. This was a very necessary interstate. It's this open window. This is the open window. I got him, I swear to you. Hit detection is not super reliable in this game, believe it or not.
I mean, it really doesn't matter at this point, though.
Nope. No, we're chilling now. Yeah, exactly. This is in Disney World.
Yep. Because they were shooting all of the other episodes for Thunder in Paradise are all shot at Disney World. There's even.
Unfortunately, you're not hitting any bad guys. Now get it together.
Ooh, that's a new one. And he yelled at me, but it was.
There's even a point in time, I don't know if it's in the game or in the show, you can see Self for the Grand Floridian.
I love that. Bottom of the screen's a little... We're making do. Yeah, and the difference is the Major actually regenerates health without shooting. Again, not human. They're very long loading. Not my CDI is in. Get it together! I absolutely shot you like 7. Yeah, that was part of, like, I think it was part of Hulk Hogan's whole deal is that he could shoot everything.
Yep.
That guy. Imagine being the one that has to come out of the garbage and get shot in the face. Should I talk about actual mechanics of the game some more, or do I not care?
I was gonna say, I think we've exhausted them all.
There's one last thing. So there's 3 types of enemies that show up. There's the enemy that shoots you once. There's the enemy that shoots you for some amount of time. There's the enemy that shoots you until you shoot it. Those are only in this level. But there are enemies that will happily shoot you until you're dead. Those are the ones you want to prioritize. There's no RNG in this. They pop up in the same place. It's the same enemies every... I haven't taken the time to memorize it because why would I do? But there's certain enemies I specifically... Why I can, like...
They are a little bit random in terms of which ones pop up when.
But they're always going to be in specific areas.
Now you must deal with me. For real.
He seems very angry. Alright, so we're gonna... Now this is the last portion of the last part of the game here. We're gonna gonna go back to being in the very dingy warehouse, and then, you know, shoot some guys. Whatever. Y'all get the drill now. I love these really long little sections where there's no.
How thoughtful. You brought me the Major. I'll take it from here. Come and get it, scrap face.
Yeah, so if you're the Major, you call him Scrapface. If it's actually the kid, you call him Ram Putz, which is a lot worse. So this is where the interstitials are very. He gets more and more, like, you know, as you get closer to him, he starts false bravado and what. I definitely hate. Yeah, I have like a quarter of my. Trying to be a little bit careful.
Yeah, but you've got like almost all your health still, so.
Yeah, health is absolutely not an issue, which is why I can take a couple of hits and shoot. Ready where player 1 wishes. Got him! That's a hard guy to get.
You're on a roll, man. Keep moving.
Yes, basically, you go around this oil drum and then you go back around the. Back to base. Oh boy, we are low on gun here.
We'll be fine.
Well, I know we're definitely fine. There's no like actual. But I can take my assignment.
Can't we handle this like adults, Mr. Poo Poo Pants?
Mr. Poo Poo Pants! Yes! Yes! That's the name of my split for this game. For this split, that's the name of the split, and that's the second time I've ever seen Mr. Poo Poo. Got it. Yes! First time I was so Mr. Poo Poo Pants is in my PB, and I've never seen it since. To the point where, like, I thought I was crazy or something. Really only focused on. And time's coming up, and that's time. All right. Heck yeah. So there's a whole ending cutscene as well. This is minute 10 slower than my PB. Slash the world record slash the only run on the board. If you guys want to run this, submit it, I guess. I don't know. But the only category is this where you can't skip the cutscenes.
Nor should you. You get Mr. Poo Poo Pants.
I got Mr. Poo Poo Pants, so I'm very excited. My friend Neo Venom is going to be very excited about Mr. Tell him.
I got a hot date. Oh, and you, my
So yeah, thanks for thanks for the GG, guys.
You got that right.
Underestimate, heck yeah. It's literally an auto-scrolling.
There's always another dance.
It's an auto-scrolling light gun shooter. So there you go, with like a bunch of RNG. You have to see
been
Bare
hiding. We've
torso.
been looking all over for you.
Come on, you're a hero now, and there's lots of people that want to meet you.
Oh boy. So yeah, so that was Thunder in Paradise for the CDI. Very important scene here. And yeah, thanks y'all. Thank you for having me and accepting this absolute nonsense. Thank you for once again introducing me to the game and keeping me company on comms.
That's what I'm here for.
Yeah, I really appreciate that. That's very good, Calithon. So yeah, so that's it for Thunder in Paradise. There's a very here. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna put in Ali, so I can just you'll see how long the credits are on. We're not gonna actually watch all the credits. Yeah. So that's my second best run ever. So yeah, so that was Thunder in Paradise. I will see you guys tomorrow. I have another run. It's actually more ill-advised than this one somehow. So
what?
It's so you are aware of the BizHawk shuffler that our friend Rosentia wrote?
I am.
So I'm going to the 6 Barbie games I know best. I'm just gonna shuffle them and beat them all. Now. Called the Barbie Shuffler. Shuffler percent. So yeah, I beat the Hulk. I beat Discount Kano, and I'm gonna reunite with Ken tomorrow. So Frog Detective, the world's second best investigator, and Carol Alt. So yeah, that's gonna be it for me. Y'all are cool.